Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Tom Misery. You're watching my channel, Mr. 14, and I'm here doing a review of Married to Medicine, Season 7, Episode 10. Alright, this episode wasn't even that much, so I don't think it's going to be a long review either. Alright, so Toya and Eugene decided to have a first dinner date at their new house, and they invited Simone and Cecil and Miles. Miles went to play with the boys, and Eugene gave the tour. Basically, she was mostly talking. And tell you the truth, that house is banging. Like, it got 6 bedrooms, I got it wrong? Yeah, 6 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms. They got the wine cellar. They has Toy 2-story closet. You got the pool in the back. And like, it's a man cave downstairs. It was like, yo, that house looked nice. Like, it's really the bomb, like really great. I was like, y'all did a good job, and this is your own. Y'all built it yourself. Now, how the bill gonna be? I don't know. Your rent, your mics, all that stuff gonna be. It might cost a lot, but y'all got the money for it. So, but congratulations, y'all too. Y'all did it. It's your own. Y'all built it from the ground up, and y'all worked so hard to make that house. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. If y'all, I need a room, y'all. Sorry, I'm playing. But it's gorgeous. So congratulations to Toya and Eugene for building their house, because it's really nice. That house looked amazing. Amazing. The kids' room, for the bathrooms, the master bathroom, and 2 separate shower heads. Everything. Eugene said Toya pick up everything herself. So I said, hey, shoot, give her something to do. You spend the money, she break it. She make it. So I hear that. All right, so. Dr. Jackie decided to have a book reveal party. No, before that. Simone told Toya and Eugene first that they're going to have a couples trip. They're going to be going to Cabo San Lucas in Mexico. And they're going to be a couples trip. So Toya asked, is this a couple trip or you going to invite Quad? And Simone said, yes, you're going to invite Quad. She said, why are you inviting Quad when it's a couples trip? Eugene said, I might be selfish because if it's a couples trip, then how can I learn from someone who's not a couple coming on a trip and everything? It should be just on us. So, but Simone said you can learn from her. Like, you can learn from her, she can learn from us and everything. Last year, Quad got on a couple's trip. Yes, Simone and them didn't like the fact that Quad was at that trip. But Quad handled herself. She didn't go off the board. She was good. She kept calm. She collected. She was good. So Simone said, from last year, it proved to her that Quad could handle herself for the trip. So it's easy now to make Quad come. And she said Quad can learn from us. We can learn from Quad and stuff like that. So it's good. So we riding on the trip. I would say, hey, listen. At the end of the day, you know, Bravo got to make her go because it's part of her contract. When there's trips going on, they got to go to these trips and they pay for it. So Quad got to go to the trip no matter what. They had to build in a narrative why they feel like Quad should go, even though she had to automatically go anyway. All right, so that was that. So Dr. Jackie is driving, and her book revealed because she called Quad. She said she got very inspiration by Quad. Cause Quad Party inspired her. She appreciated that and she enjoyed herself. So Quad Party inspired her to do her own book reveal. It's gonna be a book cover reveal party, and it's gonna be titled Queen V, and basically embracing the womanhood. Embracing their private, embracing their vagina, embracing things about it, not just because it's always like sometimes it's always frowned upon, it's always taboo, it's always like women who talk freely about their sexuality, talk freely about their privates, they look down upon, it's frowned upon. It's like it make it seem like, oh, she too open, she too loose. It's like that. No, they need to embrace themselves. So anything about pregnancy, anything about sex, anything about feminine hygiene, just embrace everything. So that's what Dr. Jackie message is about with this book. It's about women embracing their womanhood and their vaginas. That's it. It's like, don't be scared about it. Don't be fearful. Don't be shy about it. It's yours. It's what you have. It was what you're born with, and embrace it. It's not taboo. It's not crazy you want to talk about sex. It's not crazy to talk about what you like, how you like to be pleased, how to take care of yourself, what you do to clean yourself, and whatever it is that Dr. Jack, I'm sure it's going to be about relationships. She'll be about womanhood. She'll be about feminine hygiene. She'll be about pleasing the privates. and sex and orgasms, everything that is for a woman to learn. So I guess men can read the book too to learn about women, the power of the V. Like, so she doing that. So she asked every person, rest of the cast, to wear vaginal pink. And I said, ooh, vaginal pink. So Quan was like, okay, I got this kind of pink. I got that kind of pink. But vaginal pink, is that in the crayon box? It's a color, but ain't no crayon box and everything. And I was like, hey, just wear shades of pink to me. So this was it. So that was that. So she liked everything. She was calling each one of them and say vaginal pink. Every time that question, that vaginal pink color came. He said, vaginal pink? Okay. Heavenly said, I don't got no pink. I'm going to be wearing brown, even though she did come with pink. But I was like, I was saying, Heavenly will come with brown. Heavenly, Dr. Jackie said, hey, whatever. It's part of the color. Brace it. Do it. So that was that. All right, so Contessa and Scott, they went to the therapy session. Before they went to the session, Dr. Contessa told Scott, please turn up your phone and everything. He said, sure, yeah, I got a phone. Yeah, good. Everything. He's a doctor, so he sometimes having the phone and answering the phone, it's a difference between life and death. It's important. So you don't want to leave away your phone, but if it's a therapy session, maybe they could make a message or they could call your backup or something like that. It's important. So they sat down, they talked, and basic counsel session didn't really tap in the deeper issues. It was their first session. It was like Dr. Scott said, it was mainly an icebreaker, something to introduce her to break the uneasiness of counseling and therapy, and then they could really get comfortable explaining what's really bothering them, what's really inside. So at the first session started, Scott's phone rang, and he said he got to answer it. And you could tell Contessa felt some type of way about that, because she was like, listen, I told him to turn the phone off. See, that's the type of thing. It's like, I don't understand it's important, but you got to understand what's more important. Family and stuff like that. I said, okay. So it came back down, and it felt how to feel. She said, I asked you to take the phone up, and it made me feel neglected, and make me feel like you're not listening to me and stuff like that. And he said he thought he turned his phone off, he put it on vibrate, and basically feel of neglect and being lonely at times, and being she felt being judged. It's like she wanted to do like Contessa said, she felt like Lou sounded selfish by bettering herself and going to school and stuff, and she didn't think that doing her and bettering herself would cause so much trouble in a relationship with Scott. And Scott said she didn't feel supported. Scott said he did support her, but he didn't even think it would be the extra work that he put in when she was going away to school. So that caused. And he realized they're being very judgmental towards each other. So he said he don't want to the point that he don't want her to resent him for her decision because she dropped out, which I don't think she should have dropped out. She should have continued on with the school and kept it. It stood there. And she had to drop out. So he said one thing that y'all can work on and continue from there. It's an assignment that y'all can practice. So one thing they said, not have non-judgmental talk. Like, don't judge each other. And communicate without criticizing each other and stuff like that. Appreciate, support, uplift them, no downplay them. And Contessa said affection. And sometimes affection goes a long way, because sometimes when people are not intimate with their spouse, it causes a lot of other problems in relationships. Sometimes when you have the intimacy, it helps alleviate some of the other issues you may have. Sometimes, not always the time, but usually a lot of people who have a lot of issues, usually they're not intimate with each other. So when you lack the intimacy, that all these other feelings start coming up. Then you get angry. Then you get aggressive. Then you get mad. Then you get you start bickering and all stuff like that, and you start getting angst, and you have a lot of emotions going through, and you just want to attack back, and because you got a lack of intimacy. So I guess they need to get that back in the relationship and have more affection towards each other. Kiss more, hug more, say I appreciate you, I love you, I do this. That goes a long way. When you don't have that and you lacking that cause a ripple effect in everything else. And then every little small thing start ticking you off because that lack of intimacy. So sometimes the intimacy could solve their issues, not go 100%, could alleviate some of the issues they have. So that's what Kadasa said. Maybe if we have more affection towards each other, maybe we have more intimacy, we probably won't have too much issues. So he said he ready to give his wife a 5 second hug for the therapist. So that's a start. That's a good start. And I was like, come on now. Contessa, you a good looking woman. Scott, you's a fine ass man. So I was like, how the hell you not get intimacy? But sometimes it happens when you got emotions, we got mental, a lot of things going on, stress. It could block your level of sexiness and feeling sexy and want to be intimate with your lover. Even though you got a fine piece of man or fine piece of woman next to you, you don't want to have sex. And then you're married and this and all this issue. So it's like, damn, I was like, wow, y'all have intimacy and y'all good looking people. So I said, wow. You better do it well on this trip. It's a trip. Sure, you got no kids to worry about you. You got your own little room. Get into it and get busy, y'all. Do it. But as contestants did say, they need to work on more in the therapy session. They should have more sessions because that was only the icebreaker, and we need to tap into the deeper issues. So I like that. Let's continue on the trip because I want to talk about that Jackie and the Buffy thing last. The trip, they went to Cabo, Mexico. They went on the plane, everything. They cool, they shit like that. At the party, they did ask why, because Simone tell everybody about the couples trip and everything. So I have telling everybody that comes to couples trip. So Tori said, please stop calling it a couples trip. Somebody said, why? Your attitude changed from last year, so why is inviting her now? Why it's so cool now? So it's like that. And so Simone said, yeah, last year I did have an attitude. I had a problem. Yes, I didn't like Quad coming to a couples trip, but Quad proved me wrong. She did it well, and she behaved herself well. And it was true. So that's why I want her in this trip now, and also like that, cool. And because as I say, listen, it's your trip. You invite whoever you want, and people don't want comfortable of the person who is going, they don't have to come. And that's it. They shut it down there. They ain't something else. Toya and Mariah just shut up right there. So Koala's coming. So that was that. They went on a couples trip. They got in a van, little bus van, and Simone said, yeah, each go get their ocean view room, but if one of y'all could be lucky to get the penthouse suite. I said, it's y'all 23rd anniversary. Why y'all get the penthouse suite? Maybe they got a penthouse suite for themselves. They got another extra one for another couple. Before they had to do that, they had to dance off for it. So the only people who really danced for that room was Buffy and husband, and I forgot his name. I forgot her husband's name. Scott and Contessa and Heavily and Damon. Eventually, Heavily and Damon won because Damon did that little thing in his head and all stuff like that. I was like, and Scott and Contessa did good too. Scott mostly was doing his bebop thing like that, and then Damon had to do his, so they gave it to Damon and Heavenly. That was that, and that was on the trip. That was much. They're gonna be more next week, but let's go to a Buffy thing, right? All right, so Dr. Jackie was doing this. She did an interview with what's her name? Moneta Shaw, and so she asked her about things, and Jackie had a little speech. She talked. Everybody was there listening, right? So she talked about being a breast cancer survivor patient and surviving it, and sometimes we want things so bad, but we can't have it because sometimes it doesn't fall in our lap to have it. And so she ended up saying, oh, Buffy, you can relate, you're infertile, just like that. And the room was quiet, and I was like, really? She just said it just like that. She just said it straight like that. Because remember sometimes when they shows do clips and trailers, they cut things off and make it seem like it's different, but how they edit that thing is exactly how she did it. Because she was like, sometimes we can have things that we want but we can't have, and oh well, Buffy, you can relate, you're infertile, and like that. So Buffy was, you could tell Buffy was sitting there, standing there, and she felt a little uneasy like that. And then she was like this, it looked like she about to tear up. So I could tell she felt bothered because I was like, so Toya said a confession. She said, did she have a little private conversation with Jackie and tell her that it was okay for her to say? Because she just told all these strangers that Buffy is infertile. And did she give you permission? So everybody was asking, did Buffy give Jackie permission to say that? Why she would say that? She tell the whole room. So Buffy was tearing a little bit because she said she crying so like that because she said she had surface level talk with Jackie about kids and conceiving and stuff like that, but she never had talked any deep conversation with Jackie. But so she never gave Jackie the permission to ever say anything about that. So why she thought it was comfortable to say that in front of the room like that? Yes. Now before everybody say anything, Buffy did say on national television in the confessional to the viewers about her infertility and not conceiving. But it's a different thing when you stand in the room being video recorded and the taping while Jackie with a speech around a bunch of people in the room you might not even know. So even though she said it to us in the confessional, doesn't mean that everybody in that room knew about her infertility. So it's still standing in real time when the camera's rolling and she said that thing. So that's felt very inconsiderate. You didn't ask her to spread that. That was not your truth to say. It was Buffy's truth to reveal that, Jackie. For you to stand up there to act like you didn't do anything wrong. And it was good. So everybody was saying, oh my God, you okay? So Quad talked to Buffy and everything. And Buffy, so she said, yeah, I just feel something. It was a lot. We tried so hard about things, conceiving like this. Like a surrogate, we tried a surrogacy, but it was a lot of money we were spending on it and trying to get pregnant. And I forgot his name, y'all. Oh my God, I'll try again next week. Buffy's husband was saying that, yeah, if you tried so much just like that, this happened, it didn't have happen. So she teared up. But I know next week, Buffy they will mention to Jackie about her thing, and then Jackie act like she turned a new leaf, like she's a new me, like she got. I was, where's this Jackie coming from? Why you getting her bulked up? And then Heavenly said, oh, maybe she should put it aside. No, she said that in front of everybody. Why she need to put it on the side now? No, she made it freely, so why she can't talk in front of the group? She's like, it's no secret now. Like, why Jackie felt like it was a need for her to say that in front of people like that? I don't understand that. I did not like that. I felt for Buffy because at the end of the day, it was not Jackie's truth to say that. If Buffy wanted to get on the front of the mic and tell people her infertility issue, then it would be Buffy's way to say that. But for you, this Jackie, to get out there and act like you did nothing wrong, and I found out on social media that Buffy talked about that and she had a long rant, and Jackie's response was like, I didn't know it was not for me to say, I didn't need to hurt her, it was not my intention. Like, all that the same day you didn't apologize. Like, it was apology in Jackie words, but not to the point that she said I was wrong for saying that. It's like, I didn't know it was not for me to say that and all that stuff. I would say it was not for you to say anything because you a doctor, you're a professional. You know how things like that. This is confidentiality. Even though she's not your patient per se. Oh, I forgot. Buffy is cancer free. She got no cancer. She got nothing on her breast like that. So she's happy for that. So that's good news that we got from her. But the fact that Jackie said it in front of people that her infertility was straight wrong. I did not like that. And Buffy had every right to feel upset and angry toward Jackie for her telling her truth. Because especially she didn't give you permission to say that. And whatever this conversation you had was not the conversation you think you should have said that. So I can't wait to see next week how this go about, because that was something. And that was Married to Medicine, y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Also share my videos. I appreciate everyone who has been watching my videos and making comments and liking my videos. I really appreciate that, because every view helps to get my channel up there. I'm trying to get to the level status like other people I'm inspired by, like James and Ashley and Forrest Rocks. Also, I'm trying to get to that status. So appreciate everyone, and I'll talk to you all later. All right, peace.